do in my life, and for me to complete each thing in each notebook is another lifetime. I need like 100 lifetimes to complete this, and it's sitting in like 3 boxes in my house. And I come home sometimes and I look at it and I'm like, oh, fuck. Like once I open that, like that's.
You're like the Fonz, that episode where he got really depressed because he had all these things he had to do in his life.
Yeah, I'm like the Fonz. So the first night was the best night of my life, and it just showed me a million fucking things, and I was like, if I do it again, like I can't process this information this quick, you know? And
wait, so 3 days in a row you took?
No. It's one day. It's you do it one day, then the next day you rest. Well, it's not really rest because the next day you just like sleep in a little bit, and then you spend the whole day with the Kogi, and they pass on some wisdom, and you tell them what happened, and then you guys learn about each other, and then you do it. It's every other day.
Do you feel like foggy headed afterwards, like hungover, or like you can't?
You still like it's like an earthquake, and then you have like aftershocks. It's like you still don't know.
That sounds. Your aftershock sounds scary.
It's. As soon as I did it, I was like, Joey, Jason, and can never do this. Yeah. And then afterwards, I was like, everyone in this room has to experience this at one time. Like this is like.
That's what I was gonna ask you because earlier you said it's not for everyone.
It's definitely not for Bobby. Like
no?
it's.
Oh, I see.
I was like trying to explain it to Bobby, and he's like, "Oh, it sounds like you had a good time." I'm like, "No, Bobby, Bobby, you don't fucking get it. I'm trying to explain to you, like." I'm like
maybe Bobby needs it the most.
Where's Bobby?
No. I see what you're saying.
Like some people will.
So you don't think Jason and I would fall apart into pieces?
Like
mentally?
Daniel and Denzolo were both the whole time trying to be like, Dave, you keep trying to compare this to gambling or like some other addiction or something, and I'm like, Harry's been going with me to Las Vegas for 15 years. When we get to Las Vegas, I drink ginseng tea and watermelon juice. I don't drink that anywhere else in my life. Where else in my life do I drink watermelon juice and ginseng tea? When I got to the fucking jungle, you know what they brought out? Ginseng tea and watermelon juice. I was like, I'm not kidding.
No way!
I was like, what the fuck? And like, and Maurizio said on the last day, he's like, every one of you had like crazy like visions, and so now like. The integration process, because you're in the jungle, like having trip with all these hippies, like you don't like to go back to New York. Most of the people are from New York. Now you got to go back to New York and like try to integrate this. And like there was a guy there that was like on the like he's like does vertical farming. He's like if we grow vertical farms in New York, we could feed like 80% of New York without like shopping centers or any of this shit. And like the guy was like a crazy like. On his trip, he tried to. Humans naturally make vitamin C.
Yeah.
But that gene inside us got turned off like 1 million years ago. So he tried to turn it on inside himself. so I'm like, oh, what should I do with my art? He's like inside his body trying to turn on the vitamin C gene.
Yeah. That's what
this guy discovered how to like. He basically like killed Christmas. I'm like sitting talking to him, and he's like the trees are like. Most trees and most plants are like triangle because like of whatever enzyme or whatever is needed to like grow them to their full potential gets stopped or whatever. So he made like this hydroponic like globe thing that spins plants upside down so that like they grow to their full potential. So I'm like, you just killed Christmas, bro. Like, there's no Christmas trees anymore, and they're all gonna be squares.
So Dave, do you want to do this again someday?
I'm like. Too old to use like never and always and those kinds of words, but I have no plans on doing it anytime soon.
Okay.
Like the information I got was like and so the thing at the end Maurizio says is you have this feeling and it's like jail. When I got out of jail, I was like, I gotta get out there and change the world. Like he's like, change some. He's like. Maybe the best thing you get out of this is like you sit up straight now or something. Like maybe on this you heard that your body's like needs. And the thing, if you guys read about this ayahuasca shit later, it heals crazy diseases. There's all these reports of like you can go into your body and talk to like the cancerous areas and like push it out. Like it's cured like lots of cases of cancer.
Was it you or Jason that told me it's like one of the only things that people use when they're like heroin addicts to beat that?
I don't.
What, ayahuasca?
Yeah. Do you know about that?
I saw a documentary about that on
So
PBS.
do you feel like it's affected your addictions?
Well, I mean, I was in Colombia for like a week after, and like,
Did you fuck your brains up?
there's. I mean, that's pretty much my MO. I go to countries and I fuck the natives, but like, I had like no desire to like. I mean, I had desire to. Yeah, I didn't go out or at all. I like when I saw girls or anything.
Did you have sex
The girls are
in Colombia after
girls.
the
I have had 0 sex in the last 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Dave is a new man.
Did you shit
Oh
your
my
pants?
God, Dave the White is in.
I didn't shit my pants.
Well, I gotta say though, like I told you when we were doing the IX, we were looking at each other.
Uh-huh.
Like it was hard for me because there's so much like of you beating yourself up
Yeah.
and like some kind of. It's a lot easier to look at you. Like you look so.
Actually,
so much better.
It might be
feel bad.
because I'm tan, more tan.
Yeah, you really did get a 10.
No, but you that kind of scarring thing. It doesn't feel like it's there. I don't know.
Yeah, there's not all the pain there.
I just feel like there's a reason like why I didn't do drugs my whole life, and then something like, and not Denzel never like peer pressured me, but just something resonated with like, this is something I should do, and maybe it's just because I'm in a phase in my life where I'm trying to do things that like are better for me, and some people would say, "Oh, going to the jungle and doing fucking drugs with hippies is helping yourself," but man, it healed me inside. It showed me like so many like, I don't know. It just like sort of put the Hoffman process to shame. It really did.
Wait, so why did you email us back saying not doing well?
Yeah, it sounded.
That's why I was really.
No, that
worried.
was bullshit. I told Saley as soon as I got that from Dave,
Yeah.
I knew, all right, Dave's okay.
Oh,
I mean, I was okay, but it's like I'm not okay now because I can't like. It's not okay. Like it's.
No, but I mean, you're all right. You weren't damaged by this thing. You had an intense experience. But I was worried after you left, and I was thinking, shit, I should have.
I could have easily never come home. Like it was very hard for me to get on the plane.
But if
today.
you hadn't come home, it would have been a good thing. It would have been an okay thing. You wouldn't have
Yeah,
been
yeah.
deciding to stay there. It wouldn't have been like you were damaged.
No.
I'm really happy for you, Dave. I was honestly like kind of mad and worried like, before you left.
Mad? Why mad?
Yeah, why you be mad?
Mad? I don't. Well, I
Because he didn't take you with him.
No, because I was just worried about him.
Yeah,
It
so was
just
I.
seemed that's why I was mad, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I came back from Hoffman, and, like, the first text I got was, like, Dave, he's saying, like, he's going to ayahuasca. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like,
Right, why did I go to
you're
Hoffman?
ruining my experience.
Yeah.
Stayed up listening.
Without like being too presumptuous, if you guys had all come with me, it would have easily been all of your best experiences you've ever had in your life. It was.
That was great.
It was like the two guys, Nando and I mean the couple Nando and Kathy. This is like their life's work, you know, and they lead you through these rituals towards the end of it to bring you out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of the way Denzola was guiding us when we were on mushrooms, but these guys are like summoning like some fucking crazy shit from like spirits to like it's next level shit, you know, and like just the like the things that Kogi's told us and like the
What
vision.
did they tell you?
Like just like even at the end when he was like he's like when you start tripping like all that beautiful colors and all the weird patterns. I mean it's the shit that stuff that I saw could fucking I mean I could still see it clearly. That could fuel the rest of my painting career for the rest of my life. If I had just painted for the rest of my life the stuff I saw on my first trip, I have enough visual imagery there like, but who cares? It's like who gives a fuck? It's like I was like, who paints like this? And I was like, oh, like those guys like Todd Shore and Robert Williams that do like these super crazy things, like detailed, like, and then so it started. I don't want to get into it. It's like basically everyone has a different experience, but every fucking thing led to something else, and it's like it was like those movies where you watch where it's everything's out of order, and then at the end it all like makes sense. It was like that for every fucking thing in my life. I was like, oh, that happened? So that this could happen? So that 10 years from now this happened? Oh, and then that leads into something else? Oh, that fucking piece of paper you found on the ground that made you find this t-shirt in your room that made you run into this person? Like, it was like a non-stop, like, 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon kind of thing. Like, it was endless. Like,
That's like the opposite of Zen. Some of the stuff I've been doing, which is just that everything is meaningless and totally without.
I mean, that's true too. But you need to do this, Joey. Like you need to.
I'm just worried about how I would react to the ayahuasca.
The antidepressants work horribly with it. They said you have to go off it for 2 weeks before you do it.
Oh, 2 weeks I can do.
So afterwards, I was like thinking also like, it's not for everyone. So I'm either gonna do I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna definitely set up a trip where it's just my friends doing it, and then a separate trip where it's just all of the fucking richest guys I know, like billionaires doing it. No, because really, like, these are people that could actually change the world with the power they have.
A lot of
and they'll see like the evil inside them and the good. They'll see it is what you read about. It is the worst thing that will ever happen. You will face every fucking fear, and then you'll overcome it. And then another trip. I think just artists would like artists that don't have money or whatever. I'll like make like Dave's scholarship fund or something, and do like a retreat and bring out like 30 or 40 artists. And they
I feel like artists already have an advantage. They're already more in touch with this world.
I was
than the
thinking,
average person.
so I was thinking maybe mix the trips with artists with billionaires. Maybe maybe the
That's
billionaire,
perfect.
maybe the billionaires.
And
will,
Joey wants this.
No, John Steingart and an artist.
the billionaires will like buy the art and then fuck the artist or something. I don't know.
Did anyone shit their pants?
Everyone shit like nonstop. I mean, I did.
Wait, no one had a bad trip?
But it didn't sound like that bothered you though.
There's like
You didn't bring that up.
you didn't hear the part where I fucking fucked myself in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was your shit.
Here's the thing, and the Kogi tells you this. He's like, and like, just I couldn't do it. But once I remembered his words, it's like, you can take yourself out of everything. Like if you're having a bad trip, he's like, just pretend like you're watching TV and go, I don't need to be here, and you could just take yourself out of it and go to something else. And at the end, I got control of that. Like I was like, I'm like, I don't want to, like whatever was happening, I'm like, I don't want to focus on this. I want to go somewhere else. And then you just take yourself out of it.
Jeez, I wish I had that when I was 19.
I mean, I don't know anything about the drug.
Wait, Joey, you said you wish you had that when you were 9?
When I was 19.
19,
Because
what?
I had too many bad trips when I was 19.
Oh.
Well,
you were around a bunch
and
of
that's the
tripping
other
with
thing.
kids.
And
No,
that's
I
the-
wasn't tripping with kids. I was tripping by myself in strange countries.
Well, that's even worse.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing is they get really mad when you call it drugs because it's healed so many people. They call it medicine. So.
Yeah, I saw
Okay,
that.
medicine,
Medicine.
whatever.
Plant medicine.
Is that something you have to prepare, or you just?
No,
take
you
it?
have to prepare it. It's like it's a vine that grows in nature that looks like a double helix, and like by itself it does nothing. But there's a male one and a female one, and you mix them together, and then it's like
really?
magic.
Well, how did they figure that out? I mean, they were just.
What the fuck else is there to do in the jungle, man?
Yeah. Dude, over time,
When I was a kid, I like try to figure. I was like, "Oh, salt kills snails." I went into my cupboard and I put every fucking chemical on snails. I was like, Pepto-Bismol on snails, like pepper in snails, pop rocks in snails.
They took one of the vines, the one that's supposed to make you trip, but you don't have the thing that releases it. And then it told him, because he wasn't tripping, it told him to go like a mile away or something and find a completely different plant.
I think I could do this.
For writers, it's fucking amazing.
I think I could do this.
I started thinking about stories. The fucking stories write themselves. The fucking paintings. I had 3 fucking paintings, like the most detailed paintings I've ever seen in my life. The fucking dream, the vision just paints it for you. I'm like, whoa, oh shit, oh fuck, dude, that painting's amazing.
And after you were off it, was the painting still there?
I drew it really quick in my sketchbook, but it's like, I mean, it was just a sketch, but I was like it was amazing. And like the Slow Jams 2, I wrote that 10 years ago, and the plot like is so like dated.
Yeah.
The story just completely wrote itself. I was like, oh my god.
I lost the bet. Oh, all right.
What was the bet?
I don't know. We bet something that he's not going to finish it in 11 months. But
Slow Jams 2?
You can finish it like
But look,
2 days.
the it's illegal in the U.S., but it grows in Hawaii.
Whoa.
So
I would have to take it the first time, a very small dose, and I would probably have to take a Valium before I took it.
no, just look. The next trip is gonna be in this guy Daniel. You'll love him. He's like
He sounds
he's a
good.
cool writer guy, and he's just like he's a visionary. He wants to heal the planet, and it's the next one's in Costa Rica in July.
Oh, I thought the Koji people were just in Colombia.
No, it's not with the Koji. He does it with
with
every
the shamans,
he does it with every indigenous tribe that does it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a lot.
Oh, and here's the other thing. This is pretty funny, actually. After the whole trip, they're like, I'm like, I'm talking about it. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, they code you don't ever do it. I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about?